ciao a tutti.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Lo user senza nome.
Buongiorno.
Claudio.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno.
Okay. Hi Mark, nice to meet you. I've never seen you, so I'm really pleased to meet you in person somehow.
Hello. The same. Hello.
Hi user, who are you? Sei Claudio? Ah, lo sapevo.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao Claudio.
Ciao, ciao.
Buongiorno.
Aspettiamo qualche minuto. We wait just a little, a few minutes. So perhaps everyone else comes. Io farò una piccola presentazione italiano-inglese più o meno. I'm gonna to introduce this session. Okay, someone is writing me that is late, 5 minutes late. I'm gonna to introduce the session in English and in Italian. Parlerò un po' in italiano e un po' in inglese. Credo che qualcuno non capisca benissimo. Claudio, come sei? Se io parlo solo in inglese, tu capisci?
Sull'italiano sono messo male.
Sull'italiano sei messo male? Divideremo ad un certo punto i gruppi. Ci sarà un gruppo in italiano e un gruppo in inglese. We are gonna split the groups and work in groups. One English speaking and the other one in Italian speaking. Okay, this is coming. I start presenting the occasion of our meeting. Co.So, Artisti per il Sociale, is a project created by the Associazione Tratte. Here we have our president, Rachele Dusualdo. She is in maternity leave, so I'm working with her, but she's with a really small baby. Associazione Tratte has 15 years. Works with artists and creates links using art as a tool. So the partners of this project are Regione Autonoma Friuli Venezia Giulia, Fondazione Friuli, our Associazione Tratte, CREA, that is our company, the company that I work for. Il Mosaico, cooperative association somehow. Musivaria, that is a company that works with Mosaico, bricks, little bricks. Mongolfiere Tascabili, that is a editorial project. I don't know if it's correct in English. Calipolis is an association that works with cooperation projects. Then we have a media partner that is some kind an app for young people to promote good values. And then we have a few municipalities, Palmanova City and Fiumicello Villa Vicentina. I think that very soon one of the administrators of Fiumicello Vicentina is going to be here. And then we have Fondazione Malutta that is going to that is a partner, an artist partner somehow. It's an association of artists. And Match Gallery. We have today the curator of Match Gallery, Gianni Pirna, and then I'll I'll briefly present the artist for this edition of Co.So, Artisti per il Sociale, and then I leave Yanni the opportunity to present himself and the gallery. So, quindi brevissimamente ho presentato i partner di progetto, ma credo che appunto anche i non inglesi parlanti abbiano un po' capito che la presentazione. Adesso andrò a introdurre brevemente gli artisti che hanno partecipato a questa edizione, che è la seconda edizione di Cosa, Artisti per il Sociale, e poi lascerò la parola a Yanni Piernat e all'artista che oggi abbiamo come guest, come special guest. Cristiano Focacci Menchini is an artist that works in Venice. Is a painter, and we have he was chosen thanks to an open call launched into Fondazione Malutta Group. He's gonna work in a residency. This residency is held in Aiello, and it's called Casa Teresa. And it's a special environment with very special people with special needs, and is gonna paint a wall with them, a draw is more correct, and his residency is gonna start on Sunday, so in 2 days he's gonna finally start his residency. The pandemic period has influenced our timeline, of course. They're gonna work on a paesaggio, on a landscape. They're gonna draw a landscape together on a big wall. He is gonna put a part of a previous work of him, and then they're gonna work together. They have planned a few actions, preliminary actions with the hosts of this residency, and then they will draw on the wall. He's gonna stay there a week, an entire week. Then we have Rok Bogataj. He is a Slovenian artist. He works with us. He has worked a few times, and he works with. We always work with him to cooperate with groups, because he's very good at it. But he's a sculptor. And so we somehow we found a way to work with him in a typical way, firstly in a typical way, and now I think he has developed a very good process to work with groups, and we are waiting to work with him with the Cantiere dei Desideri, that is an acting group that has inside of the group there are a few people with special needs, so it's a very inclusive acting group, and they're gonna do something, but I really don't know what. I'm not anticipating his work, so we're gonna see when all these activities are ended. We're gonna publish videos that document the actions. Then we have Roberto Alfano. We had him in Udine this week. He has left yesterday, and we had this workshop in a school with Mosaico. He is a public artist somehow. He works with communities, and he's not really, is something in between a street artist and a public artist. He likes he has started with tags and working with the street artists, and then he developed his attention to the communities and not to the buildings. So now he works with communities. And here is a picture of this workshop. We had planned a workshop in another context, but the community has stopped this activity. So we hopefully will do something more with him in next month. And then we have Yanni. We were planning to go to Ljubljana to have an exchange and to meet each other and to somehow share our projects and our way of working with artists and with communities. He has a really interesting place and program for the Match Gallery. So we hope to visit him as soon as possible. Now I leave him presenting the gallery if he is available.
Okay, so everybody hears me well?
Sorry, I interrupt the...
What?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So hi everyone, my name is Yanni Pirnat. I'm a curator and art historian. I run Match Gallery, which is a contemporary art space in the middle of Ljubljana, but I'm just one part of big conglomerate of galleries and the City Museum of Ljubljana, which is probably one of the biggest institutions in Slovenia. So I'm more focused kind of in connection, also the projects connected to museology and also contemporary art, and sometimes they mix, but usually we also do production of contemporary art. Yes, and right now I have an opening, so somebody might barge in, so we are happy to open again. This is pretty much it. Probably the best thing is to present the artists that I invited into the project. So Mark, wave to everyone, so they okay. He's my, let's say, long friend when I worked in Celje, and he moved out of there, and he is contemporary artist that involves his practice involves long journeys, a lot of work, performance, video, to say few of them. So the latest one is he's traveling the Mississippi on a steamboat with his friend Maxime Bertou, and they make video out of it, and at the end they collect corn and they produce the spirit moonshine. This is the recent project. One is Hogshead, when they go with the sailing boat from France to north of England, and they produce whiskey out of the wood of this boat. Very interesting project. But why I invited him today is that because he's also dealing a lot with social art projects, and this one, Stranger Than Paradise, which he will describe later, is connected to the nursing home for older people. He was traveling with his band throughout Yugoslavia in major cities, and he had the performances, the music performances in those homes for old people, which now function, as we all know, as kind of prison for old people, which is very sad. So his performance and his way of playing music to old people, so old evergreen people, that bring them back to their youth and developed special emotions for these people, might be also, let's say, a good project for nowadays to bring old people back some optimism in these times. So maybe Mark or Elena, I don't know, he can present the project if you want.
Yeah, I think that Federica has made Mark a co-host. So if you want to share, to present the project, you can also share images or videos.
Okay,
or
I can share the
want.
screen.
Yeah.
Okay, you all hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Okay, you see but you all see the first page.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So hello to everyone. My name is Mark Pușlep. This project is already quite an old one. It's called Stranger Than Paradise. I started it because I was born in 1981, which was still in Yugoslavia at that time. At 1991, the Yugoslavia separated, and I was 10 years old then, but I was still somehow carrying the question what this experiment or what this country was, because I felt good at that time inside of it. I still speak Serbo-Croatian, but yeah, there were like different ways what people were explaining me about this past. That's why this is somehow the image of the whole Yugoslavia. That's why I decided to speak and ask the people, in fact, that put Yugoslavia together after the Second World War in 1945, and that also were somehow involved in its separation in 1991. So when I was thinking who these people could be, I realized that these people are mostly elderly people, that I would, the easiest way to find them would be in the homes for the elderly. So that's why I was thinking like, okay, I don't want to just come there and ask them questions and just use them. So I wanted to give them something in exchange, like an entrance ticket, which was to entertain them a little bit. So when I was thinking what this could be, and I found out that probably this could be a concert. I was never a singer before, but for this occasion, I started to learn how to sing. And I decided to sing them the songs from the golden times of Yugoslavia. So somewhere from from 50s until the 70s, which was mostly like chansons. I decided to do this together with a piano player, a professional piano player, to whom I was sending the songs that I was recording here alone. I was afraid a little bit how it would be accepted from him. But at the end, everything went good, and we started to rehearse together, and we decided for the tour. So the tour was, because it was 7 republics of ex-Yugoslavia, we decided to do a 7-day tour with a van, bringing all our equipment with us, and traveling to 7 different homes in the whole Yugoslavia. So one thing was it was necessary to create a poster. So I had a friend which helped us with establishing us a complete tour. So the first concert was in Maribor, and because I didn't know what really is gonna happen. At that moment, I wanted to, yeah, to experience, to research, and to enter in this special kind of a society that normally would not be open so much for us if we are not part of this, like the families of these people. So this was the concert flyer, and to be honest, the feeling was amazing. Didn't expect this because these people, this is the image of the people from Maribor, um, were so happy that this happened. You can absolutely not imagine with what kind of feeling they in fact confront with the concert. I was also not the best singer at that moment. This was the first when I came there, this was my first performance as a singer, but they were still like so happy, and that I saw that it really made something beautiful for them. So like at the end here in the concert, when we were leaving the place, the older women were sitting there in front of their rooms and like winking to us and like smiling to us and asking us like for how long we're gonna stay, and it was a really beautiful feeling. So first of all, we started on the number one in Maribor, which was in Slovenia. Then we went to Croatia, to Opatija. I have to say that like every country has a completely different social, the way how the people live in the elderly homes depends mostly on the director itself and on the personage. For example, in Slovenia, everything was really strict. The director already put the elderly in like lines of these wheelchairs, like 2 hours before the start of the concert, which was in fact completely different to what happened to us in Opatija. Here in Opatija, we got our backstage with wine and like cakes, and the people here were singing with us. They started to dance. The uh, the woman that was taking care for them, because the director was not there, was young and was like really happy. They're doing like um, uh, different kind of actions from them for like also dances, and then they have like the maskenball. So it felt like that the people are living a very nice way of life here. The thing was that from their terrace, on one side you could see the sea, but on the other side there was there was a graveyard. So in the moment when we arrived there, they told me like, yeah, you know, we are not so technically equipped. We are taking our dead ones out on the hands, but at least it's not so far. So I want to say that the presence of that, it's there. Of course, it's always there. Like every day, somebody new is disappearing, but this doesn't mean that they're not searching for happiness, and there is not a life, a very strong life inside of them. Like also this, the keeper of them, like showed us a small photograph uh, where she said, you know, like this is our new love couple. Here I got a kiss, and then she said, you know, they're still sexually active. So I mean, the life is still present there, and it's somehow amazing to be able to see this and to be able to give them something that they still have a meaning to live for. Our next trip was here, number 3. This was Risan in Montenegro. Here, for example, it was amazing because it's next to the seaside. The home is surrounded by palm trees, and the director lives inside here with his children. He said to us that it's something the most beautiful, and for him, so I mean, and for the children and for the older ones, because now his children has like tons of grandparents and grandmothers, and the elderly also are all the time connected with someone that is really young. So this was completely amazing. They were singing so strongly with us that in some moments I forgot the the words, and I just started to sing with them. The funny thing also here is that there are different prices of the homes for the elderly in the whole ex-Yugoslavia, but like more you go towards the south, the prices are lower. So then in the end, like for example in Serbia, which I will show you later, all the people you can find there like almost the whole Yugoslavia again, because of their social status. Some of the people also from Slovenia, from Croatia, from Bosnia, from Macedonia, came there to live their last moments, and maybe some of them were also the ones that were fighting against each other in the war that separated Yugoslavia. So the social, like these elderly homes, are really some kind of a strange place to be honest. You see the whole life, but in fact, yeah, none of the political realities, none of the political realities somehow takes cares of the elderly ones at the end. You know, like whatever happens, you will still get old, and and you will have to be somewhere. So the next place was Sarajevo, which is called a home for a daily use. So these elderly are still living on their own, but they're just gathering in the afternoon. And here was completely crazy because like all of them were singing, dancing. We had an amazing time. And like none of the songs that I chose for this performance were representing like a specific country of ex-Yugoslavia. They were just songs that were used to be listened in that time. But when we told them that we are going like next day to Skopje, to Macedonia, one of the elderly ran home and brought us a new song that we have really to learn. So we were rehearsing in the car all the time while we were driving there. So the next stop was Skopje in Macedonia. But here there was a little bit of a different reality. So in Skopje was a big earthquake in 1968, and at that time Sweden helped to Macedonia with like containers to be built there, and these containers are still now in use for the home for the elderly. They're living in the same conditions. So the people here, you could see, were a little bit depressed because the way of living is not so easy, I have to say. We played here outside. One woman was singing here with us, not more. Also, the director here was using the elderly for his like political ambitions. You can also see this. You really see these differences, but in the same time, yeah, for us it was the experience and the reality to see. This is, for example, the way of living there. And then the last stop was Jagodina in Serbia. And here was really because this was one of the cheapest homes, as I told you before, and here we met really completely all the inhabitants of ex-Yugoslavia. It was completely crazy. Also, the language is mixing. Some is speaking Slovene, some is speaking Serbo-Croatian, some is speaking Serbian, some Bosnian. It's like really people are from everywhere. Here, the director was a woman, and was yeah, like a really strong personage. The people felt like really relaxed and were feeling good, and she brought like we didn't have the bis at the end as normally we did. Here they prepared us their own bis, like the friend of the director took the harmonica in the hands, and together with the inhabitants they sang to us the Serbian national songs. They sing all the time the same ones because like every week the elderly forget what they learned before, but it was still like completely amazing. What I wanted to, so this is from the outside, the outcome somehow then from to be able to like speak even to more people about this project, we recorded an LP and formed, so this is it, like 7-song LP, the ones that we played there. And this was presented in a form first of like a gallery exhibition, which was together with the video of the elderly recorded, plus a diary of the whole trip, and an LP that the viewer of the show could put on and listen. The recording is only of the elderly people. It's like no recording of me performing, just as a sound. And afterwards, because of this diary, we used it as a theater show, because I saw that like this element of the performance, of the concert, is somehow still needed to be done to be able to involve people in a more live experience of the thing itself. So I used the form of the concert plus the written text of the diary became the narration itself. So now if we still have like 2 minutes, I will show you the trailer of the show and then I'm finished.
It's
The
low still.
audio is very low.
Ne znam ko si ti, to strano biće blizu šelamo, a ja se gubim nepovratno sam u osjećanju tvom. Lutamo i sad, još uvek svesni da smo stranci u taj čas, za sva ta lica što se smiju oko nas, stranci za tu noć, čurom naše ljubavi, oklonjeni jedno drugom. Lutamo kroz noć, ne više stranci, lutamo kroz noć, dva ista lica, jedan slijedi trag, kroz ovu dobru noć. čurom naše ljubavi poklonjeni jedno drugo. Lutamo kroz noć, ne više stranci, lutamo kroz noć, dva ista lica, jedan slijedi trag, kroz ovu dobru noć.
So this would be this.
Thank you very much, Mark.
With pleasure. Thank you.
It was very intense. This I think that it has to be an emotional travel for you and for the people that joined you in your project, and it was really I was really engaged hearing from you. I'm sorry that I have not the words to express myself enough for sharing. Sorry. I think that it's the right presentation for the right mood to start our discussion, and we choose to do this networking session somehow with design thinking and working with groups, because so we had a little time to present the project, but it was chosen to do this just to let you work together, so you know each other better working together. And now we're gonna split in those two groups. You, Mark, are going to work with English-speaking persons, so not me. And I'm gonna work with the other group, with the Italian group. We're gonna meet each other again briefly at the end of our working groups. But I'm not anticipating anything, and we'll meet later, and we'll discuss our feedbacks later. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I want to thank you all. I know we had not very much time to develop a design thinking session, and some of the things we've been doing might seem strange or silly for you, but usually a good design thinking session works. And here we have Elena, which is our real host. Your microphone is off.
Okay, ciao, ciao.
Yanni has left because he had previous.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you can say hi to him later.
Ciao, Yanni. We enjoyed our session, and now we were just planning our solution.
Okay.
And Cristiano is going to present the solution of our group. I don't know if you want to present first, Federica. Who is gonna present for your group?
Giusto, Federica is going to present.
We have to.
We have to, Federica.
Okay. Up to you.
Federica, start you, so Cristiano has a little bit more time for him.
But actually, we are the international group, so we
are the disadvantaged.
And we have some technical issues as well. But anyway, we are going to set a startup in few months, our groups, to develop the idea. So our solution for Giuliana is a project called Long Table, and we'll actually we didn't have the time really to develop it and think it in a very deep way, but it's a common gardening project that ends with common cooking moments and common dining moments among stranger people. And probably this will happen using some technology tools to facilitate people in meeting and organizing the gardening project and dining or cooking moments. This is the just draft idea we got through.
Very good. Now Cristiano will present in Italian, and I ask to Federica Manaigo or Federica Ferrarin if they can do a brief translation of what Cristiano says at the end.
Okay.
Ciao a tutti comunque di nuovo. Allora, noi abbiamo pensato, siccome la nostra Giuliana, il nostro personaggio, diciamo, base, aveva un pochino di problemi, aveva una specie di agorafobia o comunque ha degli interessi culturali, però allo stesso tempo vorrebbe andare ai concerti, però non sa come, se ci andrà o no, insomma, un po' questo conflitto. Ci è venuto in mente di ragionare su un palco in un parco o comunque in un luogo pubblico, e l'abbiamo chiamato Sorgente, una zona di affieramento culturale, e questo palco lo vediamo come un contenitore aperto sia per dei momenti magari curati, quindi in cui ci sono delle lezioni di Tai Chi, di yoga o di espressione artistica, teatrale, musicale, oppure anche come di espressione del singolo che semplicemente, diciamo, montando su questo piccolo palco rialzato può esprimere il proprio punto di vista. E si pensava anche che intorno al palco ci potesse essere la possibilità di alcune panchine in cui non ricordo se c'era della musica nelle cuffie. Com'è che era, Elena? Era musica, no? Le cuffie? No. Sì, una cosa del genere. No? E poi cos'è? È un po' come se fosse un contenitore di un piccolo festival itinerario. Poi si parlava anche di un circo, di teatro anche un po' ironico.
Ho una domanda, ma si muove? Questo è un palco mobile?
Questo è da scoprire. Nel senso, teoricamente cioè, sarebbe bello, tanto è un piccolo palco, non è un palco diciamo rialzato, però era un po' nato anche dall'idea del pianoforte che c'è nelle stazioni, oppure questo palco che c'è a Milano. Ci ho vissuto un pochino a Milano e mi ricordo quando ero al parco, scusate, parco. Che comunque, anche se le persone non suonavano, comunque ogni tanto c'era qualcuno che montava, faceva un ballo, oppure un bambino che giocava, quindi comunque era interessante l'idea dell'espressione, ecco, in generale.
Ok. Shall I translate? Just for Mark, I think. Because you're an important person. The idea of the other group is to the project of a small stage called Sorgente, Source, that can be installed in open spaces and can be used for collective classes, like organized classes, but even for individuals to host some individual expression, like artistic expression. So to invite people to express themselves in the middle of public spaces. Is that correct? Okay.
Public park.
Summary.
Gardens, public gardens.
Gardens, just gardens, ok.
Public, not
Sì, mi ero dimenticato, sì, perché comunque in generale il parco si pensava al parco perché è un luogo pubblico dove andiamo tutti, però allo stesso tempo sei libero di andarci quando vuoi, ecco. Era interessante questa doppia...
Okay. Now I'm going to translate in another language just for Rock and Cristiano and all the others, because all of you are very important people. So you deserve a translation as well. No, I'm joking. And now that they say that it's especially in public gardens and not.
Yes, not private premises, because the public garden can be visited and enjoyed by everyone in quite every moment if they're not closed by a gate. So it's important that the structure would be available to anyone.
Ok, grazie. Provo a parlare un po' in italiano e un po' in inglese, non lo so, o insomma, ci provo. Questo dovrebbe essere un po' il momento dei feedback, se avete delle domande o delle cose da chiedere gruppo a gruppo, e anche e soprattutto da parte, diciamo, degli amministratori pubblici che abbiamo invitato, visto che sono la parte della società che può rendere possibile poi determinati progetti. Visto che le idee che sono emerse sono entrambe legate a attività all'aperto, peraltro, che era una cosa che nel nostro gruppo ci siamo domandati. Chissà se anche loro hanno pensato a qualcosa da fare nei parchi, sarebbe divertente. E effettivamente c'è comunque un'attività di giardinaggio e di un progetto legato comunque alla natura. Questo è molto significativo dal mio punto di vista, e non so se anche voi cogliete queste cose. Ecco, quindi sentitevi un po' liberi di darci dei feedback. After listening to the presentations, we ask you to give us feedback if you have it, or ask questions if you need. We ask to the public, to the come si dice, administrators, city administrators that we have as a host today, if they have special insights for us, and if they are gonna use those ideas, if they think that they're useful. And so Mark, if you have something to say, so because you are the only pure English speaking now, or I give you the first. I give you the first opportunity to speak.
And here.
It's okay. I think that he has nothing to say. Is that what you saw? No? Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing specific to add. No.
We really appreciated your project, and I don't know if Elisa Tamaro, the administrator of the municipality of Mortegliano, she has an elderly home, so perhaps I'll ask her later if she's gonna perform some kind of activity there.
Okay.
Raquel, if you want to say something.
I just wanted to give a feedback. I really liked your idea as a group, and as we didn't maybe mention the problem we wanted to solve about Giuliana, which was the difficulty to handle with social contacts after the pandemics, because of all the situation has created this distance and diffidence towards people, no? And so I think it's a very nice idea, the stage one, and maybe the performances program could be a little bit towards participations, performances, so that people also have to deal with their bodies, challenging their attitude, because they have spent like 2 years in front of a computer, and maybe doing also exercise, but in front of a computer. And so maybe they can challenge their bodies and also get in touch with the bodies of the other people. And so maybe this can mix with your idea of the stage. Just building on that.
Yes, they have to work on the program. Devono lavorare sul programma. We discussed that it has to be funny. It has to make her laugh a lot. Se qualcuno vuole intervenire in italiano invece che in inglese può farlo, poi in qualche modo traduciamo. Qui non potete sentirmi in imbarazzo dopo il mio inglese, vi prego, non potete.
No, io vado in italiano per rispetto dell'inglese, anche perché... No, è interessante quello che dice Rachele, perché poi, come dire, il passaggio graduale dal guardare quello che avviene sul palco, che però può essere simile al guardare lo schermo, e poi andare verso esperienze più interattive, laboratoriali, in cui quello che avviene sul palco è anche un invito al contatto fisico e quindi alla relazione. Giocare insomma su questi due. Per qualcuno può essere rassicurante avvicinarsi a un palco e guardare e basta, per qualcun altro può essere il primo passo per cominciare invece a sfidare, no? Il tema della fiducia, della paura, eccetera.
Yes, I will make a quick translation that Ilaria pointed out that starting with what happens on the stage, which is only watch-only experience, could be the starting point for someone who finds it reassuring to move to much engaging activities, laboratorial activities and workshop to take action, just to find the courage to take action.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else?
Just, I think that we just wish and hope for this moment. And when I speak about this contact problems, I just like feel the desire to just go in a street full of people. I am quite a social person, so maybe I would be scared. I don't know now, but at the moment I just have the real desire to be in a place with the other people and without all these rules. So to me, this exercise is just, I would say, pointed out my wishes and desires and needs for contact, this need of contact that we have.
Ok, prima lo dico in italiano che mi viene un po' più semplice. Vi ringraziamo per la vostra partecipazione. Vediamo insomma se queste proposte in qualche modo da qualche parte possono diventare fattibili, perché ci sono delle persone, a parte noi, insomma abbiamo coinvolto delle persone che nel loro piccolo potrebbero forse renderle reali. È stato un po' un esperimento per conoscersi e lavorare assieme in maniera partecipata, nonostante la difficoltà dell'utilizzare un mezzo non così funzionale per la co-collaborazione, ecco, delle persone. E speriamo vi siate divertiti, che sia stata un'occasione insomma di lavorare assieme, che l'abbiate trovata divertente, un po' meno cioè un po' meno banale rispetto magari a una presentazione in cui avreste fatto solo da spettatori. E speriamo di rifarlo ancora di persona. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
We hope to meet in real person in some other occasion. Perhaps with you in Ljubljana, because we have a date fixed with Yanni, so who knows?
Oh, okay. When?
I don't know.
When it's possible.
It's possible.
Okay. No, because I live otherwise in Belgium, so
Yeah.
just to put it somehow in the schedule.
Hopefully, when everything opens, hopefully.
When the bars will be open. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
When the bar will be open.
Okay.
Quando i bar saranno aperti, ci rivediamo. So, thank you everyone. Chiudiamo?
Grazie.
Cosa facciamo?
Thank you.
Grazie a tutti.
Grazie a tutti.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Grazie, molto bello.
Ciao, grazie.